But again, it's really, and look, let me tell you something. We tell all our fighters, you guys are fighting for big money, and promoters are laying out big money. Get yourself vaccinated so you don't contact the COVID. Now, you take the two fighters here, Fury is totally vaccinated, and I talked with Shelley Finkel a little while ago, and he said that Wilder's been fully vaccinated, and their corners have been vaccinated. That's taking responsibility.
Wow, Tyson Fury rejects the second dose of the vaccination. Now he's willing to go through with the full vaccination to move forward with the Deontay Wilder fight. Unbelievable stuff. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Throw a like on the video. That goes a long way to identify this video as content that others may be interested in seeing. This is your host, Ego. I am your one-stop shop for all your boxing needs, the sweet science. Link in the description. Bob Arum says Fury is fine with getting fully vaccinated to move forward with the third fight. Now, the clip I played at the beginning was Bob Arum at the press conference for Wilder versus Fury Part 3, in which Bob Arum says that and told reporters at the media scrum that fully vaccinated Fury would not be a problem because he had already been fully vaxxed. Now we find out that this was incorrect. Once again, more lies and deception from Team Fury's team. I mean, at what point do the lies add up to the point where you say, okay, this man is not to be trusted? I need to know that from boxing fans. That's a serious question. It says Tyson Fury seemed healthier to Bob Arum when they spoke on the phone. Listen to the article. Tyson Fury seemed healthier. How do you seem healthy on the phone? How could you identify somebody's health over the phone unless they're like, you know what I'm saying, or something extreme? This is unbelievable. Tyson Fury seemed healthier to Bob Arum when they spoke on the phone Monday morning than when his co-promoter visited the WBC champion Thursday in Vegas. So he's having visits, but he got the Rona. So wouldn't you be worried? This is crazy. This is crazy. Bob Arum is 80, 89, 88 years old, and I know he's been vaccinated, but just because you've been vaccinated doesn't mean you can't get ill. So you mean to tell me that Bob Arum visited an almost 90-year-old man, visited an infected Tyson Fury? Wow. Quote, Tyson Fury, his spirits were okay. He had congestion in his chest on Thursday, but as of Monday morning, he seems much better. So, Tyson, the Gypsy King in the Gypsy Magic, in 3 days, with one of the most deadly, infectious viruses we've seen in the last half century, Tyson Fury in 3 days is made like Wolverine type of improvements, and he has this uber healing ability, and in 3 days you're seeing marked results. Wow. Fury, who tested positive for the Rona a week ago, expects to fly home to England for a few weeks before returning to Las Vegas. So he's about to fly. He got the Rona. You're supposed to quarantine, I thought, for self-isolation for 14 days, but his brother's already back at home. I wouldn't be surprised if Fury's back in the UK as well. It said, because that's why he's not posting, you know what I mean? Because if you post, people see your location and stuff like that. And then continue to train for Wilder. Arum anticipates that their third fight, which was scheduled, will be rescheduled for October 9th. Arum added that the 32-year-old Fury must be fully vaccinated to move forward with the rescheduled fight, in which he says, Fury, he's fine with it, right? He got vaccinated in Miami. He got the first shot. And then he said he didn't want to get the second shot because he didn't want to get sick from the vaccination so close to the fight. So he got COVID instead. I mean, what is this, bro? What, like, he didn't want to get sick from the vaccination, so he just got the Rona instead? This is not even like, this is a direct quote. I'm gonna say that again. He got the first shot. Even though at the beginning of the video, I played how Bob Arum said he got the full shot and the full vaccination, which for the particular one was 2 shots. And then Tyson Fury said he didn't want to get the second shot because he didn't want to get sick from the vaccination so close to the fight. So he got C19 instead. I mean, this is just unbelievable. He didn't want to get the second dose, so he just got the full virus instead. And then now he's conveniently, after he's put off Wilder, he put off the fans, messed up people's money in Vegas, who are anticipating a big high traffic event. And then now he's willing to do what he said he was going to do all along. Bob Arum says, I knew he had 1 shot and I was hoping. Now it's hope. So Bob Arum, so just so you guys consider this. I knew he had 1 shot and I was hoping it was Johnson & Johnson, which that sounds bad because the Johnson & Johnson vaccination I thought had the most problems. So why would you just assume out of the Pfizer, the Moderna, and the Johnson & Johnson, why would you just assume it's the one that was problematic that only required 1 dose? How can you? So Bob Arum, who's been in the business since, let's say, the 60s, 70s, right? He's telling groups of reporters on record for his brand that his fighter is fully vaccinated when he doesn't have the details. And now he's saying he hoped that he was fully vaccinated. I mean, this is unbelievable stuff. Right? Only 1 dose of Johnson & Johnson vaccine is required. I already just mentioned that. But the thing is, how would you just assume? So Fury said he got 1 dose and like there was no detailed conversation. Like, hey, here's my paper. Like, so Top Rank doesn't require you in the new age of where we're at, right? They don't require you to show your vaccine card, because if you have, just hear me out. If you have a vaccine, they give you a vaccination card, right? A company, $1 million company like Top Rank, why would they not require their fighter, especially a known liar who's lied over several things, bizarre behavior, why would they not require that one fighter to show the proof? Because I know this for a fact, they won't give you the vaccination card if you didn't pass or if you didn't get the full dose. If you only got 1, they don't give you the card. I mean, you guys could put this together in your head and you tell me if it makes sense. That's like if you don't pass the driver's test at the DMV, either the permit test or the actual test for your L's, they don't give you a license. I know that for a fact. You know what I mean? I live in California. The DMV will not license you if you don't deserve a license, if you haven't completed whatever you're in need of completing, whether you're 15, 16 and you got to do driver's ed or whatever. So the same common sense goes for the vaccination. If you're fully vaccinated, they give you proof of it, because people need that to identify the fact that they've been fully vaccinated to travel. Like if you're going on a trip to Hawaii, you have to isolate and quarantine when you get to the island, unless you could show proof that you've been vaccinated and you're not bringing a virus to their wonderful island, right? This is common sense stuff, people. So again, $1 million company with a multi-million-dollar fight that everybody was anticipating. How come Top Rank and ESPN would not have more stringent precautions, like instead of just word of mouth? Hey, like this is not, no offense, but it's not Jared Anderson or somebody who's on the undercard that you could just replace. This is the main event. This is the whole main event. So why would you just take somebody's word for it? You tell me this story doesn't look messy and sloppy. Why would you just take their word for it? Yeah, I got vaccinated. And then like, it just shows you how dishonorable Tyson Fury is, because I don't believe none of this. That's just my personal opinion, and that's for obvious reasons, because Fury's not trustworthy. Fury's giving me no reason to trust him. But here's the thing. It shows you what type of character Tyson Fury is, because let's just say all this stuff is true, right? All this stuff is true. Why would Fury, who bailed out of the second dose test, but he's now willing to do the second dose, right? After he got the Rona, why wouldn't he notify? Like, so this is like a twofold thing. Why would Top Rank not allow, or not even allow, why would Top Rank not require their main event fighter to show proof in the form of the vaccination card that they give you promptly, showing that, hey, that's okay, that's one less thing that we could check that in the checkbox, and that's one less thing that we have to worry about. Hopefully you don't get sick now that you've been fully vaccinated, as I've told the public. So one, you got to blame Top Rank. Why wouldn't they require documentation that they give you for being fully vaccinated? Two, shows you the Fury character. Why would Fury, if he bailed out for any reason, why would he not tell his promoter? Don't you think both of your promoters, he has two promoters, Frank Warren and Bob Arum, Queensberry Promotions and Top Rank Boxing, right? So if you bailed out and said, hey, for any reason, I got cold feet, don't you think you should notify them that, hey, in case anything happens, guess what? I didn't want the second dose because I thought I was going to get sick, so they can maybe talk sense into you or anything. So great relationship that they have, where if this story is true, which is skeptical to me, but if this story is true, that you have a system that is so broken that Top Rank is not requiring documentation for a multi-million-dollar fight that everybody's anticipating. And then the other issue is that Tyson Fury wouldn't just come forward. Like, let's say there was a lapse there with Top Rank and they forgot to ask him for the vaccination. But then you have Tyson Fury, who won't even come forth and tell his promoters, two of them, that he got cold feet and he doesn't feel like doing the second test, as is now being reported. And see, whoever wrote this is a moot point. Fully vaccinated people can still contact. None of that's irrelevant, because we know he wasn't fully vaccinated, right? I don't know if the second shot would have meant anything, because you could still get the Rona after getting the second shot. I don't know if it would have made a difference, really. He still wouldn't be able to train with it. I mean, that's all neither here nor there. And then he says F.A. Ajagba only spent a day in the hospital and he feels great now. So Tyson Fury's team is the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. They all allegedly got Rona, 10 people, and some of them are pulling up to Conor McGregor fights a day later, a couple days later, working out a day later, swimming, right? Lifting weights, doing cardio, running, spending one day in the hospital. So everybody around Tyson Fury that got it, none of them are showing symptoms. And this is supposed to be one of the deadliest viruses. And this, I don't take this lightly. Look, he's posting NFT commercials and stuff. So this whole story looks very sketch. It looks very bad. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We work.